song written in 1919, the MSU fight song.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the Esports at MSU stream. My name is Lunges.
My name is Crash 101. Oh, we're already getting started.
We're into the match. All right, so we're going to be able to talk about this a little bit. Our starter here is going to be Rydra. And we're going up against Shawnee State, a team that is the 16th seed in the national playoffs. Again, we emerge as the number one seed in the entire race.
I said that we were having an even game, and then boom, F smash just happened. And also, good to call out right there on the ledge. All right, this is where Rydra is normally pretty good at. Ledge trapping really helps that.
It's definitely something that Rydra has had to learn in online, right? Because
Yeah.
you can't like react as well to things. But he's definitely. It's kind of been interesting to see how good Rydra has gotten over the course of this academic year online.
Yeah.
He kind of came in as a player that really had no online experience.
He had very limited online practice, so over the course of time, I mean, he's been going through a lot of practice, and another Randy Dandy F smash to just go in and take the first stock for MSU so far, and he plans to just snowball his way through it as F tilt dash tech right there, and so far, like, he has a good, healthy % lead right now. Oh, but this Joker, like,
I'm looking at the player camp. Rydra is locked in. He is here. He is here to win.
oh
that is
my
for sure.
goodness, he almost tried it again, and right now,
Oh, the up air almost coming through. That would have surely taken the stock.
All right, back to the ledge though. This is that would have been
on that.
Yeah.
Rydra, a player that's 75% first strike rate. So 3 out of 4 times you put him in, he's going to take that first stock.
Yeah, very surprising normally, because as a character as big as Ridley, you would definitely, dude, F smashes this and that. Look in the player cam too. We can see Rydra's just like he's just smiling it off.
Smiling a little bit. Sometimes it works. You know, I mean, if your opponent's gonna drift into you and you pick up on that habit very early on in the match, then yeah, it can be super strong.
What was the % on the first strike rate? Because by all means, if there was an F smash rate right there, he's been hitting a bit more than that. I've been seeing.
I mean, I'm a big fan of these F smashes, but I don't know if 0 is quite the right percentage to be doing it.
I don't know about that one, but I mean, he is taking time to recuperate.
Yeah.
But the Joker so far is keeping a well balanced pace to, like, you know, try to even it back up after getting F smashed a bunch of times. He has Arsene. He could do something with it.
Now 84%, 96 against Arsene. If you're the Joker, you're here to take one more stock. You might not be able to take all 3, but if you can just take one more, it would really help out a Shawnee State here. So on that note, Rydra needs to be very careful to hold on to this last stock.
Prime % right here too. Get hit by anything with
grab.
it. Oh my goodness.
Not gonna connect.
Surprising too. Dash attack.
There we go into last stock.
Yep, last stock. He maximized his use of the Arsene, but he gets sent off stage with a nice side B. Oh, the one fireball, and
there we go.
Anticlimactic ending. But he did clip that up B using his own body, which is actually, he body blocked up B from the ledge, which is actually somewhat of a viable option against Joker, NACE, other tether recoveries. So I think that might have been intentional on his end, or he just wanted to go off and do his own Ridley thing. Edge guard.
Rydra taking the first game, 3 stocks to 2, kind of shaking his head a little bit there at the end of the match, you know, just kind of getting warmed up here. Probably wishes he could have held on to that one last
Yeah,
stock.
he didn't feel satisfied getting dash attacked right there because I can tell. I think in the player cam that he was like shaking his head. He's like, like that kind of
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah. Well, so this format, again, if you're just tuning in, it's NACE Varsity Premier, the national playoffs.
Yeah.
The way the format works is it's 12 stock crew battle, 4v4, losers eliminated for the season. So
Yeah.
definitely the stakes are on here.
Single elim right here.
Single elim indeed. The Joker out of the way, when you think about Shawnee State's roster and what the Michigan State players need to be thinking about, number one player in their team is Space Miner, an Ohio PR player. That might be a spoiler. I think my prediction is Space Miner, based on their results, is going to be a PR player for Ohio this season. And then led by a pretty solid matchup spread behind Space Miner of characters like Game & Watch, who's a menace and Cruise, as well as they have a Cloud player, as well as
I believe they have a Game & Watch as well.
Yeah, a Wii Fit.
Fit,
Toon Link, Wii Fit, Cloud, and Game & Watch, which, you know,
The connection is like, for our match. Do we say anything?
hold on, I gotta hop out for 1 second. Crash, if you want to keep talking.
All right, so let me give y'all some back. So here, let me tell you something. So within the environment here at like the crew battles and this and that, so Space Miner is an option, their best player, or well, you know, just going off of like recent performance history within the players, Space Miner seems to be like their strongest player. MSU, like, I mean, I don't want to be biased, but you know, there can be a strongest player, but like it's all about being strategizing on what they're gonna do with the one stock Rydra, and then what they're gonna do against 3 other players of like Rydra's caliber, which is all really strong. Like for example, like to our right we have Suspect, pretty good player. He's number 2, 3 in the state. To our left we have Talon, who is, I believe, top 10 within the state. I mean, he really won a big event over in Illinois. So I mean, this is, I mean, high stakes, high reward, and within this league, so far, I mean, 16 teams, right? Single elim, huge, but it really all matters when it, well, everything here matters, but it's within mainly, obviously you want to progress to be at the top, like top 2, top 1, of course. Everyone wants the trophy, everyone wants the crown, everyone wants the medal, and everyone wants to take this one stock off Rydra right here. So we got their Wii Fit player. Shawnee has sent their Wii Fit player, which I think is an alright pick against Ridley because Wii Fit Trainer is a very skinny character, and with the projectiles can be a little bit overwhelming for Ridley. So right here, Wii Fit's already doing their specialty, going at the ledge. But Rydra's specialty is ledge trapping, so I don't know who gets the best of both worlds here, but I'm very interested to see how this plays out. And so far, Rydra's playing it very cleanly. Like the F-tilt, I think there was like 4 F-tilts already connected. Kind of crazy. But all right, Nair, the Wii Fit kind of needs to put in a bit more percent in order to get a chance of like maybe not losing a stock. They have deep breathing, which is a pretty decent comeback mechanic, but they're kind of stuck here at the ledge. Rydra's just putting in this like pressure. Dash attack not gonna connect, but honestly, he's just playing so much get off me by just like nairs and F-tilt. Like look, F-tilt right there, and it kills. It kills. That's like the 6th F-tilt thrown out, and it's stale, but it still kills right there. Oh, it misses the tech chase right there. But let's see how this Wii Fit's gonna capitalize with that jab, but does it again, but doesn't get the berry right there. And so far, Rydra is just like running away with this game somewhat because ledge trapping, I mean, look at it. Now he's lapping the Wii Fit percent right here. And Nair, double jump is sniped right there, but so far, I mean, back to the ledge. Good parry, but the Wii Fit covered it with the dash attack. Oh,
all right, and I'm back,
salutation.
so you don't need to solo commentate anymore. Give me the lowdown. It looks like Rydra's at 100%.
He took the first stock very cleanly, and now he's looking to possibly take the second stock. Almost.
Close.
With F-tilt. Oh, but Fireball right there.
That'll be the stock.
Okay,
Oh, might have saved Wii Fit there.
Back air right there. It's going to take it. Rydra taking 2 stocks without losing 1 so far.
And this is huge too. When the Joker takes Ryder down
Yeah.
to his last stock, might be like okay, well, if
Double
we
jump
just take
snipe.
this final stock, we can be even. But Ryder very quickly eliminating that hope.
And this, honestly, it looks to be an evenish game, but right now, Weefit's the one ledge trapping with deep breathing. This could be very dangerous. One hit could kill Ryder right here. Forward throw is not going to do it, but
Deep breathing should be offline right about now.
yeah, ish in like 2 seconds right here. Yep, it's
There we
gone right
go.
now. So, ledge trap. How's this going to... All right, F tilt. Not dead yet.
All right, this is very tense. Let's see if Ryder's able to extend Michigan State's lead.
Okay, now their roles have been reversed on the ledge here.
Oh, back air.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very much going to kill.
Very
All
strong
right,
move.
Ryder, strong out of the gate, taking 5
stocks for MSU.
Fantastic. So I wonder who the team is going to be sending in next.
So they still have Space Miner, I believe, and they still have a few characters up their sleeve like Game & Watch and Cloud.
Cloud, I was going off of the Smash data for each of the players there. Another thing, let me think. A lot of teams, they might be saving their best player as like the trump card, as like the anchor, which is possible. Not necessarily
strategy.
using them for maybe the best matchup and stuff. So yeah, I guess we're gonna be seeing. I guess if you were in Shawnee State shoes, who do you think? Who do you think you'd send in? Or excuse me, we're in Michigan State shoes. Who do you think Coach Dan is cooking up to send in next? What would you say?
To send in against a one-stock Wii Fit and potentially Toon Link, Cloud, or Game & Watch, I think... Wait, this is against Wii Fit, so I think the options here could be Dice, could be Talon, or could be... RD, possibly.
Could be
Those
RD
three
as
are the
well.
most likely options when it comes to like matchup spread. And just like, honestly, if we just want to clean up one stock, they're all really 3 solid advantage state heavy players that could just take a stock if they wanted to. I mean, Suspect's there too, but against a character with projectiles, especially given the nature of Wi-Fi, would be a little bit tough to deal with. But it's not out of the cards, not out of the playing field here. So, I mean,
no, I just got
possibility.
confirmation that they're going to be Michigan State's going to be sending in. We're going to be sending in Talon, Game & Watch.
Okay, that's a very fair choice to send, for especially considering a one stock Wii Fit. I mean, Talon has a very good record against our local Wii Fits here in Michigan. Probably out of state, who knows? But
yeah,
I mean, good record, good matchup. Who knows? I was probably going to go really well for him.
definitely a matchup that us in Michigan have a lot of experience with. So good Pop, who's really this season shaping up to have a potentially
Strong
top 5,
season.
top 8 season
Yeah.
Here in Michigan, and a player that has taken sets on people like Epic Gabriel,
Yeah.
people like
people of our own here too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a matchup that we've had a lot of experience in. Talon definitely very positive on Wii Fit as a character.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see if Talon's able to take this first stock without bleeding any.
Yeah. Which, I mean, given the nature of this matchup, Wii Fit players tend to say this is -1 at best. So, I mean, let's see how this Wii Fit managed to try to deal with Talon's advantage state. And right now, the Game & Watch specialty, Nair into. Honestly, it could have been much more, but the Wii Fit did a really good job in escaping.
Yeah, it is now 9-6. The overlay is still going to be updating here a little bit.
Yeah, but so far, in terms of the...
Or excuse me, 9-7. Excuse me.
Yeah. But, you know, it all really depends on what happens right here. It could be 9-6, could be, well... You know,
very well. Going for it twice.
3 times. Can I get a 4th? But... Oh my god! Oh,
and that's going to be it.
Yep, last hit of the turtle back air right there at 79. Just one hit was all Talon needed to take out that. Let's take out that one stock.
Talon smiling along with the teammates, imitating the down smash. I mean, it's one of those moves that like is so little end lag, right? That you can definitely keep tossing it out. It's very safe.
Yeah, high. Honestly, I don't want to say high risk. I just want to say it's like medium risk at worst, high reward right there. Big range, big hitboxes, 2 frames. Does so much.
Yes, indeed. You know, Talon, another one of those players that has a 70% first strike rate too. So, you know, when you're thinking about who you want to be sending in next as well, it's like, okay, well, if we can really extend our lead here if we don't bleed any stocks before we take them, right?
Yeah.
That's where first strike rate is such a valuable metric.
Yeah.
Helpful for Coach Dan in determining who we're going to be sending in first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Talon, a player that has a 2.10 STSL, so that's
Wow.
stocks taken to stocks lost.
Big ratio right
Yeah,
there.
a freshman coming in. This is Talon's first semester competing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it has already taken 61 stocks for the program, and it's in a very small amount of time too.
Already proving his worth by a long shot here. Everyone has a place here, and everyone is doing great this season, which is why you mentioned what the season for MSU is pretty solid.
Yeah,
First seed here.
Hard to get ranked higher than the #1 seed. So again, last semester, the competition, the way that it works right now, it isn't full year. There's identical seasons both the fall and the spring. So in the fall semester, we were we finished second place in the entire
NACE league.
Yes,
Yeah.
NACE Varsity Premier. So all schools that offer scholarships, that all have facilities, all have in-person teams. Finished second in the country.
Yep.
Came back, went undefeated in the regular season, and then some. Competing in several invitationals and stuff like that.
Midwest Esports Invitational, to take for example.
Exactly.
Other stuff.
Exactly. Big as well as the big esports conference.
Coming soon.
A league. Well, we finished the regular season 8-0, and we have the finals in Columbus, Ohio next weekend. So if you're free, definitely be looking to tune into that. But if you're just tuning into the stream, well, thank you. Make sure to give us a follow. We're in NACE Varsity Premier, round 1 or round of 16 rather.
Round of 16.
Competing against Shawnee State University. We're up. What is it? We're up
3 stocks.
9-6, right?
Yeah, 9-6.
9-6.
3 stocks. So they're 2 players versus our Talon plus 2 other players so far. So
we're sending in King K. Rool next. So it looks like a lot of the intel we got on these players from scouting sites like Smash Data or PG Stats. They're going different characters than what they're normally used to playing.
Yeah, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with the choice, but I mean,
King K. Rool Game & Watch does not sound super fun for King K. Rool.
To give some background, or not even background, but this matchup is generally seen as -2 for K. Rool because big body, and we'll probably see within this first interaction here. Yep. Okay. Well, not that great of a wow. Okay.
Barely fell out of it.
Yeah, but if the K. Rool gets touched remotely once, it's kind of not great there. So right there, oh my goodness.
Well, speaking of matchups, we have have a lot of experience in. We have one of the best King K. Rools in North America. Much like, I mean, the world is in Michigan as well.
Yep. Shout outs to Copel.
So we definitely have a lot of experience. Talon has a lot of experience playing as this character at this point.
Yeah. So he's kind of getting a lucky draw when it comes to characters, at least that he has a great matchup against or history with. But yeah. So far, so good for Talon, and it
should be the stock.
Checkmate first strike.
There we go. 2 stocks taken for Talon, taking the lead for Michigan State from 9-5 at this point, and the nairs keep coming in, and this is why this matchup could be difficult. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 0 to 71 in a blink of an eye, right there, chat. But okay, 73 of a K. Rool does have a small few things in this matchup. So like right here is kill percent, and oh my goodness, that almost was something dangerous for Talon. But so far, I mean, wow, the crown almost like right there. Yeah. That was at 90%, I believe, and it just like that, it just ended the stock quickly.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the scariest things about fighting a team like Michigan State. I mean, we were talking earlier about how their best player, Space Miner, is an Ohio PR player, but you go up against Michigan State, and every player on the roster is a PR player in the best state in the Midwest for Smash.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to develop a strategy around Michigan State, around our team, when everybody is just so good.
Exactly.
Talon putting that on full display.
Yeah, and like right here, the K. Rool's in such a dangerous position that within one hit, or just like one lucky hit from Talon, and that's just kind of KO right there.
There we go.
There, ledge trap. Good roll read within the ledge.
extending lead from 8 down to 4 now.
And if I know what happens here, 1 nair, goes
Boom.
into 2 nair,
Boom.
goes into 3. Can I get a 4?
Boom.
Can I get an up air?
Yeah,
Oh,
the nair finally coming in. Oh, but that tomahawk grab,
yeah.
just going to extending it.
Unorthodox option by Game & Watch, but I mean, Game & Watch, a jack of all trades character. Oh, missed counter off stage though.
Boop,
Oh,
boop,
this is one of Game
boop,
Watch's
boop.
strong suits. That bacon is. Oh my
All
goodness.
right, one more of those up airs is going to take out Game & Watch. Game & Watch
Dash
a
tech,
very light
almost
character.
taking that out right there.
Now let's see if Talon's able to
Okay.
extend this lead, take this one more stock.
Oh, another dash attack at 100 right there, taking the stock. But Talon right here looking in prime position to take this stock. Unless K-Roll can make something happen right here, but
Got to be pretty
missed
careful.
input.
But that last turtle, it's been absolutely brutal against Shawnee State off
Poetic
stage.
ending right there, considering the last hit of that turtle backer is kind of all Talon need for just an edge guard against especially any characters with like somewhat exploitable recoveries right there. Like
Yeah.
K-Roll.
And we're up 7-3 at this point. And I think we all know who should be coming out next. Space Miner, the Toon Link.
Kind of has to pull it for Shawnee State in order to make a potential big comeback. Who knows? But they had to get past a wall of strong players on MSU's end. So curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah, definitely. And we kind of saw a grimace come out of Talon there. This is not a matchup that Game & Watch does particularly well into.
Yeah,
I had the opportunity to talk to Talon earlier about it.
it's normally when it comes to the links, like Young Link, regular Link, Toon Link, normally when it comes to the best link against Toon or Game & Watch is Toon Link, ironically enough. But well, and Talon said it himself too. So well, but anything can happen. Talon could literally lock in right here and just like take 3. But you know, Toon Link is just like a small, quick, speedy link that has more single hits than multi hits than the other links, and can kind of like it's kind of on the rise within the characters. Like like Toon Link is the Corrin of the links in the way that it's just rising popularity.
Definitely. I'd say it's definitely more Japan centered. And that's kind of the hilarious thing about Smash is how the metas just seem to differ
Yeah.
between just between continents, right? And like how their perception of the game. Definitely Space Miner, I'd say top 30 North America out of what I can
Out of Toon Link
immediately
players?
recall out of Toon Link players. Yeah.
Shot there. If I could give a quick shout out to others, there's obviously Vivid and there's Jojo the Hobo.
Mhm.
Those guys are cool guys and great players of the character.
Yeah.
But another great player of the character is Space Miner right here. See if he could try to take the last stock against Talon right here.
Yeah, and this is where that 70% first strike rate is really going to come in handy. Let's see if he's able to, Talon's able to extend that to maybe 71, 72%
Yeah.
at the end of this game. Because, if you could just take one stock against Space Miner, it puts the team in a much better position.
Yeah, so, but the percent's dead even so far.
Dead even.
But Talon
Good
right
grab,
here,
honestly.
yeah.
That can be kind of the difficult part about fighting Toon Link is, being able to kind of get through the myriad of projectiles, especially online where you have to add a little bit of input delay. To avoid. Ooh,
that confirm was
very close.
dangerous. And that started at 60, so just one more of those bomb forwarders and it'll just be curtains for Talon right there.
Yeah, this is a point where we can really take our time, look for the right opening. It's not gonna kill, not yet. Maybe
sending
closer
pretty
to
far at the ledge. I'm
the ledge.
certain it could kill.
Those bombs starting to stack up though.
Oh,
Just a little late, maybe like a
close.
frame late.
And right here, we're almost at a percent where Toon Link's back throw could be a threat right here. Oh, but Talon absorbing the bombs here to see if he could charge up a full bucket.
Yeah,
to
Space Miner
take
got to be a
the
little bit
stock.
careful about
Yeah.
that. Oh, but that'll kill off the buffered
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, took read the neutral get up with that lingering up B, which kind of covers neutral get up, roll, drop down ledge option. So covered a decent amount of options and seemed to work out for Space Miner right there. So right now, Shawnee State only down 3-6. They kind of needed to take some more strong players on to take out from MSU. But
Yeah, and really remaining for MSU, we have
Yeah.
Dice, we have ArcD,
Dice, Arcty, yeah,
we have Suspect as well.
Suspect. So we clearly there's still a lot of strong options there too for Shawnee State to try to take out there with the Palutena, Falco, Kazuya, all very strong characters, especially like just honestly in terms of the matchups and just like I don't know, the meta too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, well said, well said. And let me take a quick peek here at the. I have access to the chat, so I can see kind of who we're going to be sending in next. And it is going to be Suspect.
Yep.
But the character might surprise you. Suspect, as you know, if you follow Michigan Smash at all, or if you've been following our season,
or Twitter or brackets or just
Kazuya player has wins on really good players like Tarek, who's most definitely top 50 in the world.
Yeah.
Game 5 with Shattuck.
Game 5 with Shattuck.
Who is top 10 in
top
the world right now.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with the recent major wins. A lot of people are putting Shattuck in top 10. Game 5, of course. But
Game 5 with Icy Mist. Game 5 with other strong players as well. And here,
we're going to be going on the Corrin.
Speaking of Shattuck, Suspect himself has been cooking up a Corrin himself to try to cover up some Kazuya's bad matchups. And this could be potentially one of them. Or just like a Kazuya even matchup that just could be made winning with this character. So we'll see how it plays out. In terms of on Kalos, which I think is a fairly neutral stage when it comes to this matchup here. But so far, Space Miner has a decently strong start here with a 50% projectiles combo, 5% from a bomb trade. And right here from how Space Miner plays like, he really wants to get Suspect to just jump.
Yeah. Suspect's been very, unable to kind of get those bread and butter combos started from Corrin.
Yeah.
Space Miner been very good at playing evasive around that.
Yeah, because right here, Space Miner, what he's doing to like protect himself from Corrin is like constantly having that bomb in all hands. But once he gets up in the air below Corrin, that's where it's like a guessing game right there. Because look, caught the landing with dash attack. Now let's trap.
Pin unable to connect, and Suspect kind of finding his rhythm, finding his feel.
Yeah.
And really, if you're in Suspect's position, of course you want to take all 3 stocks, right? But really, it's just a matter of extending the lead for the teammate that's going to be anchoring for MSU here.
Yeah, and right now, Space Miner took that stock pretty well with that bomb fair, but Suspect returns it back with a nice just pin backwards kick, because pin missed, but the backwards kick is still strong enough to take out Toon Link from off the top.
When I think of Suspect, I really think he's a very strong adaptive player.
Yes.
Very fundamentally strong. Which doesn't, in all fairness, it doesn't always lend itself to crews, right? Because it's a best of 1. You know?
And you only have 3 stocks to work with, so you kind of need to be adaptive quickly.
Yeah, it really does put your adaptation to the test. You gotta be very strong in the adaptation, but I think it's gonna serve Suspect very well here, going into stock 2.
Yeah, and right now, it seems dangerous right there, but right now it seems that Space Miner's kind of taking his lead with his projectiles right here, but again, Corrin needs one decently strong advantage stage to just make this even. So we could start off with this jab right here, and then let's trap. All right, neutral air, up air.
Bomb.
This is the position where Corrin wants you to be, and now look at that. The percents are even with Suspect taking stage position. But
ooh, I saw the vision on the back air there.
All right, good grab.
Yeah, just go for safety.
Smartest option, honestly, and safest option to go for right there. Don't be too hasty.
Ooh, you saw the F smash come out.
Try to do the Corrin specific F smash ledge trap, but the tech in place is gonna be the reason why he dies there at Toon Link up air. Strong move. But
very similar to last stock too. Space Miner taking the first taking the first stock and then second stock, but then Suspect quickly retaliating.
Takes it back. Yeah.
Let's see if he's able to take advantage of this momentum here.
Yeah. Not the greatest jump out of disadvantage for Space Miner, but so far Suspect seems to be like ledge trapping him right here, but takes back stage positioning Space Miner.
In Suspect, or excuse me, Shawnee State, a very strong team in their own right, going toe-to-toe with Michigan State here, who is the 1 seed, as we've said before. I had the opportunity to serve on the ballot, on the voting ballot for the teams. And I personally had Shawnee, I think around the 12 seed, definitely higher than 15. As it is a very strong team.
Stacks. Yeah.
Finished #1 in their conference.
Yeah. Just goes to show that just how like deep and stacked this league can be with
Definitely.
this varsity teams and just everyone pulling their load.
And we're at 90, pretty much dead even percent here.
Yeah.
We're gonna, if you're a space miner, you want to find that forward air.
Yeah. Bomb forward air is the tried and true right there for
Pin not gonna
Toon
come
Links.
out.
These are both dangerous percents because pin here, like a raw pin could kill, a raw backer would kill for Corin, but for Toon Link, back throw at the ledge.
Ooh,
Oh,
that was clean. Credit
that,
where credit's due.
he pulled out one of those bunny out of the hat tricks right there with like he just ledge trumped he's Z.
Yeah, ledge trump
Yeah,
with
he's there,
yeah,
ledge trumped, and then reverse upbeat, which is something that like very high level link of any link players just do in order to just like secure a quick stock right there, jump scare you at the ledge. And Space Miner saved that trick for the last stock where it kind of mattered the most in that game.
definitely.
Yeah.
And we have a game on our hands here. I mean, MSU of course started off very strong. But then Shawnee clapping back in the second half of the match.
Yeah.
Now if you I think here, I think 2 MSU players left. We have Dice and we have Arcdy. So Palutena and
both
Velko.
very strong characters, honestly, in this matchup, I believe. But well, honestly, there is no but. Those are just very strong characters in the matchup. Space Miner has to put in a lot of work if he wants to try to make this very close, or at least try to make the comeback.
And it is going to be Arcdy on Palutena, going in to try to clean up the last stock on Shawnee State here. And the lore is that this is not the first time that Shawnee State and Michigan State have played against each other. They played way back the very first time that Michigan State was playing as a team at Riptide in September. And Arcdy, I believe, in one of the games took 12. Now this was a team that did not have Space Miner on it. Space Miner was not playing at Riptide. However, Arcdy's Palutena has been the bane of this team. So let's see if he's able to go in and take any stocks.
Very strong character against the entire roster.
And actually, Arcdy has the highest first strike rate out of the entire squad of MSU at 80%.
Honestly, I can believe it too because, well, this character is can be very snowbally when it comes to like getting the first hit and then just kind of running away with it through just strict advantage state. Other characters like Cloud, Roy, and others are kind of good at doing that stuff.
Definitely. Most definitely. In Arcdy, such an explosive player too. I think it lends itself very well to taking that first stock. And here we got started.
As I said, the one advantage state that you can kind of just run away with is in effect right here with how Palu kind of secures it.
Yeah, quick 48% taken for Arcdy here.
Yeah. So Space Miner has to be a bit more laid back when it comes to trying to take out this dangerous Palutena right here in what I believe to be a tough matchup, but he's doing pretty solid.
Yeah, you definitely need to just kind of bide your time, wait for your moment in neutral. Because, I mean, at this point, I mean, any percent you take, it's just going to rack on.
Yeah. So far, Space Miner looks to make a decent lead. But
very tense here. Is Arcdy going to be able to take the first stock? And he's not. Space Miner taking it first, bringing the lead down from 2-1.
Bomb forward air right there. But let's see if Arcdy can try to take on more percent. But that bomb forward is doing very solid for Space Miner right there. Nair not going to poke the shield. Let's see how Arcdy's going to try to approach this barrage of projectiles. Good auto reticle, dealing a nice 12%. Then a Nair. Just push him away. Up tilt galore. Oh, wow.
Grabs him out of it. Wow, that's bold.
I
thought for sure we're going to see.
Yeah, up smash charging at the ledge. And he
Arcdy
smells
shakes
it
his
off.
head.
Yes, everyone likes to shake their head being like, oh my god, guys, I did such a funny little option. Yep.
Honestly, that up smash at ledge does catch a lot of people because you kind of like dance around and then run up right when they buffered that neutral good option. But good job to MSU for hanging in there and taking it 2-0. A little bit, probably a little bit more narrow than the team might have expected.
Yeah.
But now they know what they're going into. This is a best of 3, so we will be going into game 2 here a little bit short. But before that, we're going to toss to a quick break. But yeah, MSU taking it 2-0.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll be back here in a couple minutes.
Exactly.
Let's all stand and sing the greatest college fight song written in 1919, the MSU fight song.
Michigan State University is exploring the intersection between arts and sports and how they both serve as a social commentary. At the MSU Broad Art Museum, the exhibition titled Resistance Training, Arts, Sports, and Civil Rights looks at shared values between artists and athletes, exploring social justice-related issues.
The exhibition looks at the ways that artists and athletes use their position of popularity, their spheres of influence to direct our attention and interest towards issues of social justice and civil rights issues.
The exhibition contains artwork and artifacts that focus on broader connections between arts and sports, not only on campus, but nationally and globally.
Collaborations and strategic partnerships are key to everything we do here at the museum. It's important to us that we reach out and build those relationships across campus, but also in our communities to inform the work that we do here. Ultimately, we have a certain level of expertise here at the museum, but it's so much more interesting and so much more valuable to reach out to different collaborators across campus and bring their voices and their experiences into dialogue with us to be able to kind of present a more rounder and fuller picture to our audiences.
Many different constituencies were called together to collaborate, engage in conversations that discussed many different aspects of sports, civil rights, and Michigan State University's rich legacy in history.
The intersection of arts and sports can strengthen communities by providing a unique space to interact and learn. For example, an interactive installation on tailgating by artist Mike Durkin can spur conversation in an uncommon environment.
The collaboration with Mike Durkin began as an artist project that was trying to engage our community in the conversation of how sports and tailgating create identity and community.
Sports Play is a series of performative installations that I've made here on campus that explores the intersection between art, sports, community, and campus. It's a series of installations that resemble a tailgate. There's a lot of different objects that audiences can interact with. So we want it to be this sort of interactive experience for audiences.
All right, and we are back here in NACE Varsity Premier playoffs, round one.
And we're already getting into the
Already
action.
getting into the match. My name is Legends. With me is Crash 101.
The one and only. All right, and
we're
seem
off.
to be doing
Same
the
starters
same
as last time.
matchup.
If you're just tuning in, this is a best of 3. Number 1 seed Michigan State against number 16 seed Shawnee State. It's a single elim finale bracket. Michigan State, of course, 17-0 on their overall spring season and 8-0 in NACE. Very strong season.
Yep.
To justify that number 1 seed.
Oh my goodness. And we're right off to a very unfortunate start to the Joker, but
we're very fortunate start for Michigan State.
Yeah,
I mean, we take those. We're in playoffs now. You know?
Absolutely. MSU's going to take that and run away with it. I think. Let's see how Rydra plays this out. Let's see if the Joker can try to take some 3 stocks and save 2.
Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a 4v4 crew battle, so 12 stocks each.
Yep. Dangerous right there. That would have... That's up B is a spike on its own, and it would definitely KO that 13% right there. And so far, Rydra seems to be taking away this Joker from neutral right here, just because F-tilt, and now they're almost even in percents right now.
You know, I almost wonder if last game, if you remember, there's a lot of S smashes. I wonder if Ryan had Rydra had smash tilt on accident or something.
Maybe it could be. Or I mean, or maybe just it was intentional. He just was just doing randy dandy up smashes. But
good spot dodge out of the Joker there. But Ryan hanging on to the stock for dear life.
Rydra trying so hard to just quickly take the stock before he loses it. But oh my god,
and he's still 70% hanging on.
Many on those stocks, the backer will take that stock. Let's see if Rydra can quickly can save his 2 stocks while notching 2 off this Joker.
Definitely the last game ended up being very close. Michigan State won by 2 stocks.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to, you know, a lot of the damage done by Space Miner. And another SD.
SD right there.
By the, maybe a little bit of jitters coming out of Joker. I mean, when you play the 1 seed, you know, you gotta have your recoveries in order, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of what has been a little bit of the downfall of the Joker in terms of how their stocks have been losing.
But honestly, they've been doing very good so far, racking up a lot of percent.
Already almost even-ish if the Joker gets an early stock right here. But Rydra could also do the same.
Yeah,
so
a little bit of saving grace, honestly, though, because this has been a very tough match for Rydra.
Yeah.
The SD was pretty much at 0. And we decided we're not gonna cheese.
Hey,
honest gameplay only.
Rydra, the Joker's down there, my friend. But right here, he's doing his expertise, the ledge.
Trapping indeed.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
They're covering so much space.
And honestly, this is a very crucial moment right here. Whoever gets the strong hit right here is gonna take honestly a big position for whichever team right here.
Arson not online right now.
Yeah.
You know, but will be soon. And in this position last game, Rydra was not able to hold on to his stock. Let's see if he's able to hold on to 2 stocks here, because we might see a very different kind of direction in this game if he is able to.
Yeah, and right here.
There we go. Very clean off of that. Holding on to 2 stocks, very, very good clutch out of Rydra there to now go into the second match with 2 stocks remaining.
He saved his 2 stocks before they could get notched. So far so good for MSU so far.
Yep, most definitely. Rydra kind of turning back to the MSU squad there. Probably going to be talking about, you know, who the next player is going to be, any matchup advice and stuff like that. I mean, looking ahead, they're probably going to be keeping Toon Link on the
on standby.
Anchor. But actually, they're going to be sending out Game and Watch.
That is someone that is on their roster.
Yeah, so they have Game and Watch, they have King Kid Roll, they have Wii Fit, and Toon Link, notably on their anchor last time, Space Miner. These are all matchups that don't seem particularly fun for Ridley, by any means.
But no, Rydra, as I've gotten a bit of time to talk to him, he's very comfortable within fighting this matchup, as he's positive on the Game and Watches that was in his region where he was from
That's
originally,
right,
which is in Colorado.
Sky.
With Sky,
Sky,
shout
yeah.
outs to that Game and Watch, and he's also, funnily enough, positive on talent in region.
Really? I
Yeah,
did
I
not know
think
that.
they've only, I believe, played once or twice, but
But definitely
he
when you
won.
have a Game and Watch on your team, you tend to know the matchup, right?
You tend
You
to
got to get a lot
learn
of game time
very
against
well.
that matchup.
Yeah,
So, Michigan State leads 11-9 at
11
this
and
point.
9, very solid start for MSU, and see if they. And I was that no. I was about to say that is a better start than what they did back in the first
It
match
is, but yeah, Michigan State had a one
on one
stock
stock
difference,
leads. They were it
and
was
that one
9 to
stock could be
10.
huge too. Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah, very big, especially because I mean,
Rydra used that one stock and took 2 from it because it was against that Wii Fit. So then they made the proper adjustments to try Game and Watch now to see if they can have a different result against a 2 stock Rydra this time.
Game and Watch online can definitely be a very scary character too. that is for certain. A lot of nerds are going to connect into each other, so I'm curious to see how Ryder's going to approach this.
And so
Yeah,
far,
we're playing
patient
neutral. Yeah. I mean, if you're Game and Watch, you definitely want to try to get back in the lead as much as possible, and we have an immediate SD.
Yo,
I don't know what's in the water over in Shawnee State. I mean, pretty unfortunate to see this come out in playoffs.
There's a lot of SDs going on with characters from Broken Recoveries, like I know, like I like to make jokes that like there are some people out there that are known for the SDs, and like I don't think this team is one of them, but like this is definitely looking like something really funny right here. But so far, it looks like the Game Watch is still keeping their composure.
Oh oh my gosh!
Me when I lie, but yeah,
Ryder has
right
been
off the
getting
bat.
a lot better at landing those and finding the situations, and I didn't even realized that was one, but it makes a lot of sense, with
Yeah.
a missed jab.
A parry, skewer, honestly might be the most optimal punish right there, honestly. 60 damage off of that, and almost getting the right tech chase, but huge lead right off the bat.
Yeah, and if you're Ryder here, you just have to be locked in, because I mean, you still only have 2 stocks remaining, but this is kind of a gift that is being given to you,
He's already a big lead in terms of just percentage. Like now it's even stocks because and now F tilt 2-frame at ledge. Very great move. This Game Watch needs to at least take one if they're just for some hope. And right now, like in terms of stocks, it's 7-11. Hi, but let's see if it could be 6-11. Let's see if anything changes from that. But right now, Rydra is just taking it out of the park right here. And now
this could be it. No, not going to contest it, but
yeah,
will Game Watch get off the ledge? They will. And Ryder having himself a day.
Yeah.
10 and 4, 10 stocks taken on this career battle so far.
Yeah.
Looking to make that 11.
It's looking really good so far for Rydra, but if this Game Watch can take this one stock, it could be somewhat manageable, but who knows.
If you're just tuning in now, make sure you hit the follow button as you can watch the rest of our Spartans through playoffs. Not going to take it yet, but that definitely will.
Last hit of forward air. Something about our players and their last hit of their lingering aerials to get the finishing stock is just a trend.
Hey, you know what? You only need the last hit.
It's honestly the last hit is the best hit. So there you go, 6-11, 5 stock lead. Kind of huge.
Yeah, massive start.
Kind of
from Rydra, and he's still that was a 3 stock, right? Yeah, it was a 3 stock.
Yeah, I don't think he lost
the
stock to that Game & Watch, and it was, kind of a big lead. Huge. Wow.
Now, what we might see here, if I was in the shoes of Shawnee State, I might be sending out Space Miner now. I know they usually reserve Space Miner for the anchor. However, at this point, if you're Shawnee State, you want to be trying to claw back as much momentum as possible. But no, they're going to be sending out King K. Rool, sticking to their original game plan.
All right. I mean, this could be the character that could quickly take a funny random stock against Ridley, but against the rest of the team, I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but who knows. So let's see how K. Rool will handle against a 1-stock Rydra +2. Wait.
Yeah, this is our starter.
3 other strong players.
Holy smokes, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely scary. And the stage we're going to be going to is looking like, well, we don't know. We're still doing bands.
okay. The stage, I don't think people stress this enough, but stages are very important within this game, obviously. But let me tell you, but people within the community have never been really strict when it comes to utilizing the stages to their max potential because everyone's always going, hey,
PS2.
let's start PS2. Hey,
Let's
start
stay
PS2.
PS2.
Or if you're a
Yeah.
Kazuya player, hey, can I go FD? Can I go FD? But
Unironically, I played one of the last times I entered bracket, I played Oakland player Poison Jam, who's a Kazuya player,
yeah.
and unironically, if I'm remembering this instance correctly, he sits down and says, "Gentlemen to FD," and I'm like,
Did you agree?
"No,
Okay.
he was serious though. Like, so you gotta be careful. Players will try anything."
Yeah. So that's
Um,
why you guys have to make everyone that just wants a little lick of tournament experience just be mindful of the stages here. Don't take a Mario, don't take a DK to PS2. just be mindful. All right.
Callus is going to be the counter-picked stage for Shawnee State. And what do you think about this pick?
This pick honestly seems very neutral for the way both these characters want to operate because they both want to kill you at very side at that side and upwards blast zones, both at both at the same amount of like percents. None of these characters really like strive off killing early in those. It's just kind of neutral. Like no one of these characters is better at killing at the side and up. Like Mario vertically at like PS2, but as an example. But I mean, so far it's looking decent for the K roll. In terms of how neutral plays out, but an F smash right there, trying already pull out the playing cards.
And Kick It Roll is one of those characters that can claw you back into a crew battle, right?
Yeah.
You get a down air 2-frame at the ledge, and you take a stocks very, very early.
Yeah, and so far this K roll is already doing pretty solid in the way that just throwing out
boom up air,
crown up air. Maybe that is why the K roll chose Callus's stage, just to use all that space in which the crown could be just a threat, and like Smashville Hollow would not be as useful on a stage like, well, on those stages because crown would because being on the top of that platform just negates crown's like route on the bottom half. So, just flat out stage seems pretty solid for the crown to just be a threat at all times.
Free grab going to go unpunished here, and let's see what kind of an extra lead Ryder is able to swing. Already has 11 stocks, like you said, to his name today.
Yeah, and he could honestly get more if he takes this right here.
Got to be careful because, like we said, you could take stocks very early against, as your Kick roll. But as I'm saying, that commentator's curse. Ryder bringing that up to 12 with a 10-5 lead for Michigan State.
So far, so good for Ryder because he's already doing mad percent right here. But let's see how the K roll has to play out this neutral in order. Oh my goodness! Oh, uncomfortable spot off stage.
I don't know if we're gonna
very
gonna get back.
Oh,
living,
dangerous.
barely living.
Dangerous.
Swore that hit King K roll there, but
in any other world it probably would have. But that was a decently smart recovery.
You want it?
Oh,
yeah, no stage spike
in the stage right there. Yeah.
Oh,
that would have been the stock right there. For
a little late there.
Weird nair right there. That kind of sent at the angle I did not expect it to send at, but.
And this is scary. This is honestly kind of scary for Ryder. There's a lot of weight. I mean, of course.
It's also scary for the K roll right here.
Very scary.
Side B. Hydra taking 13 stocks right now.
13 stocks. Certainly being the MVP performance so far in this round 1 of playoffs.
Yeah, and double nair. Oh, now he's doing custom combos right here. And he's still going. He's still going.
The momentum is not stopped lapping King K roll again, and that was a weird counter.
That range was a little wild right there. But now look at that. One stock apiece, and whoever honestly gets the strong hit here. Oh, that was not ideal right there. But look at that now above Ridley. Oh.
No, wait, we're gonna make that back.
The crown just spawned inside the stage.
Going for the roll read, not finding anything. Oh, that's not gonna be
not
it.
an up smash. Oh, wow.
Well, we got to be careful here if you're Ryder. Let's see if the lead is going to be extended, and it is. The back air is going to be found.
The second place was the downfall right there. Not a great option there. And there you go. Ryder's taking 3 out of the 4 players on their team. Well, we still have 3 more not including Rydra himself with his 1 stock. So
the freshman out of Colorado who peaked #1 on the Colorado power rankings, certainly putting in a lot of work.
in a strong region, like with other players like Kronos and Smirk and Mr. Ping, if anyone wants some knowledge on how his region was like, pretty strong
Very
player.
strong top end players, most
And-
definitely. And congratulations to Ryder for taking his 200 stock as a Spartan during this
Hey.
game. Yeah,
Big
with-
shout outs right there.
big shout outs. Clean 14 so far. And what is it really 10 to 3?
Yeah.
That's the third. That was the third player. Ryder looking to make a clean sweep, but
took out Joker, Game & Watch, and K-Rool, and now probably Space Miner is their last hope right here.
yeah.
So
This would
tough.
really put a ribbon on it if Ryder's able to take one more stock.
Yeah.
Get him up to 15 in this playoff match.
15 in a 24 stock environment is 12 stocks for if we're including 2 games, 12 stocks plus another 12, 24, and Ryder taking 15. That's like more than half.
Definitely
right
more
there.
than half. And Ryder too. We see this all the time with our Spartans when they play. The
Mhm.
first game is, you don't want to call it a warm up, but definitely I think it was a little bit too close for comfort. The first game compared to our expectations.
Just like locked in
definitely
afterwards.
locking in. Knowing how to hold on to those stocks is such a skill in crew battles.
Yeah.
Let's see how much Ryder is able to
Let's
hold
see how
on.
mu-
To
yeah,
this last
let's see
stock.
how much it can matter in a matchup like this, where a lot of things can just hit Ridley on accident because of how Toon Link as a character works, with how he's reliant on projectiles.
And I asked Ryder, like, hey, how is this matchup? How is this matchup for Ridley? And he said it's very doable, which
It's doable.
surprised me.
To give some context, he is decently well in this matchup. Within the last year, he has beaten debatably the second best Toon Link in
Jojo
the
the
country.
Hobo.
Jojo the
That's
Hobo.
right,
That's
that
right. In
crown.
a very close set. So this could
That
be
is
proven
such a
right
good
here.
grab.
That side B grab from low on the platform, and it was wild. And he 2 frames. And this could be the stock right there. Oh, wow.
No, not going to take it. Oh, but that is certainly going to take it.
Strong up air. Showcasing his expertise right there in the matchup right there by only taking 39.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, part of playing in a lot of these Wi-Fi leagues is trying to, Wi-Fi is very helpful in terms of like learning how matchups are played offline and stuff, but it definitely unlocks some new aspects of matchups, right?
Yeah.
And what's been really cool to see is how often Ryder uses that side B, because it might be unreactable in certain ranges.
Yeah, it really, on Wi-Fi, it possibly
Yes.
could be. That is something that a few players on differing colleges find the biggest issue when fighting a player like Rydra. But, I mean, if it works, it works. So, and for Rydra, it works out well here. But so far, Space Miner
Ryder
taking
in
the
a
best
last
of
hit
10.
situation.
Ooh, this could be very dangerous, but so far,
150%. Anything is going to kill at this point. That
yeah,
forwarder
like that
going to
forwarder,
take
for
it.
example.
Yeah,
Commentators
very strong
curse,
move. Very strong move.
commentators curse lunges.
15-6 on the day for Rydra.
Yeah.
And if you're Space Miner, if you're Shawnee State, you're down a game.
You have to
You're
take
2 stocks to 9.
Yeah.
And it's a single Elam playoff bracket. It is looking scary for the. I think
Gotta make some sort of Daigo-esque comeback when it comes to like taking all those stocks and just making a comeback from such a crazy small deficit. And you got to play all your cards correctly. But I mean, it's never out of the league. It's over when the screen says game. So.
And we
let's
will
see.
be sending in ArcD again. ArcD is going to be getting his rematch against Space Miner here.
He probably wasn't too satisfied about his performance, losing 1 stock to losing the first strike there, because as we were talking about how he has such a high first strike win rate, he then loses one within that first match. So he's like, hey, hold on. Let me do it again. Let me get that back up to 80%.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And when we were able to walk out during the break and listen to the players, I know they were talking about that matchup, and kind of shooting ideas back and forth. And that's what makes Michigan State such a scary team too. Like we said, it's not only that you're playing against 4 or 5 potentially, top 10 players in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
It's also that they're on a team together and they talk about matchups together,
Yeah,
and they can kind of crowd pool that knowledge.
And it could just grow from there. That's like the process of just improvement overall from
Yeah,
there.
and we saw the adaptation that went in from game 1 versus game 2.
Yeah.
It's very strong adaptation. So
Yeah.
definitely what is able to differentiate a team like Michigan State and earn them that 1 seed. Again, like we said, 17-0 on the spring
Crazy good
season.
record.
Crazy good record.
And now going into the match here, let's see if Arcty can get a crazy good 2 stocks from Space Miner.
Going to PS2.
Yep. I have no disagreements with this stage. I think this stage is pretty neutral for this matchup in terms of the tricks. Hey, Arcty, you got a ton.
Yeah. Come on, there we go.
All right. So
if you're just tuning in, my name is Lunges. Commentating with me is Crash 101, and we are up 9-2. Against Shawnee State in the first round of playoffs.
Strong advantage state right off the bat. That's the Palu tax. You gotta take 40, or if you get hit by 1 straight now.
Definitely, it's what makes this character so good. I think a lot of people maybe downplay Palu. I mean, we don't really see too much top level representation, like top 10 player in the world.
Yeah,
this
but
character is still very dominant at all levels of play.
Is extremely common. With crazy F smash right there.
Crazy F smash, and it's kind of one of those things where you just commit. You put it out, you're gonna hold it, or I'm just gonna commit to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe the other player doesn't expect you to keep holding it, and maybe they're drifting in a little bit too much.
Yeah, when Space Miner went, Arcty was hoping that Space Miner would just be in his head and be like, let's just jump into it, and then, well, obviously it just looked like that right there, and he's doing so well and just maintaining a lead and not losing or having the threat of losing his stock yet.
Yeah, 50% pretty much off of chip damage.
Yeah, it's kind of with a character as safe as Palu, she can kind of just do that. So,
and it's Shawnee looking down the barrel, 1-9 on their season.
Yeah.
Facing elimination, but that's not going to work 2 times.
Yeah, he almost did his nice little magic trick, but his job got sniped, and it looks like...
Nope.
Oh, what?
That Palu counter may be bad.
It worked right there.
It worked. Arcty hardly had time to get back.
Yeah, I tried to go for the soul read right there, but...
Let's see if Arcty's able to clutch it out on this stock. 82%. There's honestly a lot of options that could kill that are kind of in the realm of a hard read,
Yeah, chat, place your bet who you think is going to take this next stock right here, because honestly, I think it's
I got the Lion of Lima, Arcty from Peru, taking it.
I know that person, and they seem to be doing very well so far. A Space Miner so far keeping a very solid. This could be it.
Very much kill,
very much kill, but
87%, looking very good, very healthy.
Strong. Very strong right now. Nothing to be too afraid of at all when it comes, especially when you're on ledge trapping. Almost worked again.
Almost gonna work. I thought it did.
Yeah, but I mean, so far, Space Miner has a very tall hill to climb in order to try to make this comeback. But Arcty just needs 1 or 2 strong hits, there almost. But ledge, kind of another, right there.
Back air is going to be found. Going to be living, though.
Oh, but that air dodge could
No. We're good. This character has a lot of drift.
It doesn't look like... Yeah, it does not look like that up B will be the savior right there.
Arcty shaking his head. A lot of SDs out of Shawnee State in that final game, but, we're definitely going to take those as Shawnee State is eliminated from the playoff bracket, and Michigan State advances 2-0 to the round of 8.
Very strong start in this playoff league. A few amount of SDs. How many was that? 4 SDs right there. So hey, but in terms of how our players have done, Rydra,
very good, very
MVP, the little MVP medal right there for Rydra, taking how many? Was it 15?
15 stocks, and 4 of those stocks, actually way more than that. I lost count. I had 4 taken over 100%. What we'd call a clutch. But I think it was definitely more than that. Honestly, I don't even know, because most of the stocks taken, he was just below 100%. He was taking them left and right, They didn't get him to 100% for a lot of those stocks.
And he went through a gauntlet of characters too, like Joker, Wii Fit, Game & Watch, K-Rool.
Yeah.
And Toon Link. He went through 5 characters, and he nearly slayed them all except for Space Miner, who he only just lost. He was only at 1 stock. Granted, but he took like 2-1 still. Like,
yeah.
Rydra's on fire, and you'll expect to see more of him, most likely.
Potentially
next time.
tomorrow or
tomorrow.
on Sunday, which is going to be the next. We're still confirming round 2 now of playoffs. Do you want to go get Rydra, see if we can get a player interview?
Okay, yeah, I could do that. All right. So stay tuned. You might see Rydra. So
in the meantime, while Crash goes and gets Rydra, let me see if I can pull up the playoff bracket here, so you guys can have a view on that. Michigan State, very strong performance. And it looks like some of the other playoff matches are kind of wrapping up here for this round 1. Stony Brook beating the George Mason University 2-0. That has just happened. Fisher's varsity team beating Texas A&M International University. Rydra, come on in. Put on the headset. We're talking about some of the results. Lubbock Christian beating Wichita State 2-0, which is a pretty big upset as far as I'm concerned. Kind of everything more or less going to plan, but 15 stocks on the day and not a really great character pool. How do you feel? I don't know.
I actually disagree a little bit. I think the characters for me aren't that bad, even though they had like 2 zoners. I think they're 2 of the zoners that Ridley does okay against, because I can really like push advantage there. Like against Wii Fit, exploitable recovery, kind of wants to go to ledge, and that's where I'm strong. Toon Link, exploitable recovery, and he likes to sort of occupy a space where Nair does really well. So.
Yeah. Well, definitely best Ridley in North America right now. Looking ahead, we have either University of North Carolina, who was Pops wrong for this, the hero player, and then they're facing off against St. John University, who we did play in the fall. If you're looking ahead, which team would you rather be going up against?
Me personally, definitely the what's the team with the hero?
University of North Carolina.
University of North Carolina for sure. I think our team in general kind of struggles with Pikachu and Diddy Kong. They're kind of like smaller, more mobile characters, and I feel like Game & Watch, Ridley, Kazuya is going to kind of struggle to catch that. Even Falco a little bit. And obviously Palu loses those matchups too. So we don't really have anyone good for those players. So we're going to have to kind of rely on like winning harder matchups and stuff. I think Hero we have a good spread against, so personally would prefer them. But
yeah, well, I want to say congratulations too. You probably didn't realize it, but in your crew battle today, you took your 200th stock as a Spartan.
Oh boy,
which is kind of crazy if you think about it. We've played a lot of crew battles at this point this year.
It's been so many.
Only a few more this season. Again, we just advanced from round of 16 to round of 8. But if you're just tuning in, you missed out on all the action. Michigan State wins 2-0. Make sure you give us a follow here at Twitch. Actually, all of our handles are esports at MSU on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Check out our merch. All of the proceeds go to funding scholarships here at Michigan State University, 100% of them. And we're going to be logging off here and wrapping up because we have another playoff match, probably either tomorrow or Sunday. Still figuring that out.
Right.
But I'm Lunges. This is Rydra, and have a good Thursday.
Bye.
When do we give up? When do we just close our eyes and say, that's it? This water's too polluted. This disease too far along. To a Spartan, the answer is simple. Never. Because Michigan State was founded on the belief that our purpose is to make the world a better place. And when you're open to unconventional thinking, you value people's differences and are willing to work harder, push farther, and forge true partnerships. Then and only then can you solve the world's toughest problems. Better, faster. Like renewable energy, clean water, Parkinson's disease, and fighting malaria. Things Spartans work on every single day, all without fanfare. Because we know our true triumph lies in the impact we make on the world around us. And after all, if we don't do it, who will? Spartans will.